Where we are told large, unruly crowds of teenagers picked fight after fight with innocent people.
I believe several officers responded to the scene near 52nd and Burleigh this afternoon.
A fight breaking out, and even inside the church, and a funeral, no less. An altercation occurred, and someone pulled a gun. People were scared. She calls the incident the
One of the problems that we're
embarrassment
seeing with
and
our
disrespect
students is that we've given up on them by the time they reach high school. There are a lot of studies that demonstrate that the earlier you catch a lot of these problems, the better. But because we have so many people that we didn't catch, to completely disregard the later stages in life is going to create a huge void in the near future. It is not too late.
Summer programming is extremely important, especially for African American children, boys in particular. Why? Because normally during the summers we see an increased rate of teenage incarcerations because many of our young people don't have things to do.
Be the Change program is a program to assist our young men, particularly African American men, in helping them with literacy, understanding reading, writing, as well as having an appetite to want to read, to want to write, that will accompany them in high school and in the future.
Literacy is the fundamental component of education that gets you into all of your core subjects. Many of the employers in the city of Milwaukee are looking for a particular type of educated workforce. It's going to be extremely important for you to have a solid literacy background in order to be able to go into any of those disciplines. One of the fundamental components of the program is that it's a culturally based program. So it's taking their experiences from a historical perspective and makes that the focus of how the academics are being delivered to them in the classroom.
We have never been slaves. Every book that says slave is a lie. We have never been slaves.
Many times there are students who are not participating in school. They might be there, they might be present in the classroom, but they're not necessarily taking in the information that's being taught. We have students who don't feel like they are a part of the curriculum. They don't feel like the education that's being taught in the schools has any relevance to what it is that they're experiencing in their own personal worlds, and so they turn off. And so I think it's extremely important for us to be able to recognize what some of those triggers are for students for turning off inside of the classroom so that we can turn it back on so they don't lose interest in school altogether and completely drop out, or be in school and have other reasons for being in school other than learning the material that's being taught in the classroom.
On top of pulling that sack, on their hip, they had these on. They had to wear these. And make sure you didn't run away. So they got the whole picking, and they're doing that. They got this thing on. Really good.
That's what makes this special. And I do understand that there may be a history class. People do take Black history and they do have exposure to this in different ways. This makes it a little bit more comprehensive. This is the way that you are delivering the information. You're delivering it through an idea of a knowledge of self.